last time we spoke about the Judaic mind tricks, about it's the Jews that is running everything in the world. But today we have a group of people who are so holy, and they've been praying and fasting for weeks and weeks, and they've gotten this knowledge through the Holy Spirit that in fact the Jews are in fact black Africans. Okay. Now this is of course all over the internet, all over YouTube, and I just when I saw these videos, I just said, well, you know, what have I been doing with my life the past 30 years? I thought I was born again. You know, I thought I was a believer in Messiah and saved, regardless of my background, if I'm Jewish or not, that I'm a spiritual Jew and so on. But this man explained that unless you're actually a black African, then you're not really accepted as a Jew. And I just got to say, it just makes total sense, because, you know, the whole continent of Africa, you know, when Jesus was speaking about his second coming, and as the lightning is the seen from the east into the west, then so will my coming be. And it's very obvious that to the east of Jerusalem, you see, is Africa. So it really means that the Jews are Africans. Okay, it just makes, the way he explained it, it was just like, wow, you know, that, you know, the Jews are taking over, which means the black Africans, of course. It's the black African bankers that are hailing from sort of Middle Eastern, and, you know, it must be these people, not the Swiss bankers and not the Rothschilds, that are really sort of running things as far as the banking industry goes. It must be the black Africans. They must be the true Jews. And basically, it's just really enlightened me today. I really thank all these people online that have spoken these wonderful truths. Over 1 billion black Africans, not white, of course. There are some white Africans, but they don't count, because they can't be Jewish if you're white. So you've got to be black African. You know, it doesn't count if you're black Indian or, you know, black Hawaiian, whatever it is. You've got to be black African to basically be a true Jew. And just makes total sense, even though, you know, there's thousands of languages in Africa, cultures, and many of these Africans, I would say at least half, maybe more than half, didn't even see a Bible. Basically, they were called, as far as the Christian evangelists went, they were the last frontier as far as that went, because the gospel really hadn't been preached in many towns and villages and even countries in Africa until about the 1800s. But besides that, of course, that's not to say, truthfully, that you know, 0.1% or something, some tribe, some tribes in Africa are actually descended from the Israelites, but that's an exception to the rule. Speaking truthfully now, it's an exception to the rule. Okay, if you go to Africa, most Africans have no affiliation, no connection, no tribal connection, cultural connection, biblical connection to the tribes of Israel. And there's even some tribes in Africa that associate themselves with the Amalekites. Okay, they actually say that their descendants are from the Amalekites, but according to the internet sources, according to YouTube, and the vast intellect and, you know, wonderfully spiritual people that are on there, all that is just nonsense. That in fact they're Jews. They're from the tribe of Judah, and that's got to be recognised. So that's just a video recognising that today. And thank you for listening.